Fact versus fiction, Cyberbully. This movie follows high school student Taylor Hillridge, who has recently turned 17 and received a laptop from her mother for her birthday. This is her first exposure to independence and freedom from her mother. She immediately joins the most popular social networking site, but after just a short time, she falls victim to bullying and betrayal from people she knows and people she doesn't know at all. She doesn't want to face her classmates, and her friends soon become distant from her because of it. Her friends watch her face bullying, depression, and a suicide attempt and feel as though interacting with her will hurt their reputation and will cause them to be bullied as well.
He's saying he slept with you. That you gave him an STD.
No big surprise. She's nasty.
Can smell clap on her.
Bet you Big Money has herpes too. No wonder she reeks.
She's always made me want to throw up.
She's a loser.
Taylor Hillridge is shown in the movie as developing major depressive disorder, a mood disorder characterized by 2 weeks or more of low mood and loss of interest across most situations. After being brutally bullied on social media and then having the bullying follow her at school, in addition to feeling alone among her friends and her family, she develops this disorder. The presentation of depression in this movie is accurate, as Taylor's behavior and mood follow that of the diagnostic criteria in the DSM-5 for major depressive disorder. She has depressed mood and loss of interest or pleasure, depressed mood most of the day, nearly every day, as indicated by either subjective report or observation made by others, feelings of worthlessness or excessive or inappropriate guilt nearly every day, recurrent thoughts of death, recurrent suicidal ideation without a specific plan, or a suicide attempt or a specific plan for committing suicide, diminished ability to think or concentrate or indecisiveness nearly every day, and markedly diminished interest or pleasure in all or almost all activities most of the day nearly every day. Social anxiety is the fear of social situations that involve interaction with other people. Taylor starts out the film as being very awkward and very socially inept, but that doesn't make her a candidate for social anxiety disorder. It isn't until after facing rumors spread about her, which her classmates all see on social media, and then her suicide attempt, which all of her classmates are aware of, that cause her to become anxious in social situations and develop social anxiety disorder. Taylor presents several diagnostic criteria categorized by the DSM-5 as criteria for social anxiety disorder, including fear or anxiety specific to social settings in which a person feels noticed, observed, or scrutinized. Typically, the individual will fear that they will display their anxiety and experience social rejection. Social interaction will consistently provoke distress. Social interactions are either avoided or painfully and reluctantly endured. The fear and anxiety will be grossly disproportionate to the actual situation, and the fear, anxiety, or other distress around social situations will cause personal distress and impairment of functioning in one or more domains, such as interpersonal or occupational functioning. Taylor is said to face social anxiety disorder, but one of the diagnostic criteria for this disorder is that the fear or anxiety will persist for 6 months or longer, and since the movie does not endure a time period of 6 months, we cannot be sure that the movie's depiction of social anxiety disorder is entirely accurate. If we saw Taylor in her condition for at least 6 months, we may be able to connect her to more of the diagnostic criteria as well. According to the DSM-5, anxiety disorders and depression present the idea of comorbidity, which means they often accompany one another and can possibly be the cause of one another. So the fact that Taylor has both social anxiety disorder and major depressive disorder is accurate. The bystander effect is a social phenomenon in which a person or persons are less likely to offer help to another person or persons when there are more people around who can also provide assistance. In this movie, Taylor's friends do not provide her with support or help in school because they fear as though they will be thought of negatively in the eyes of the large group. In the privacy of their own homes, they are more likely to give Taylor an encouraging word on the phone or a shoulder to cry on. However, they become less likely to stick by her side when there is a multitude of people around who are also reluctant to stick up for her.
You can come in, you know.
Just let me ask you one thing. Are you still my friend?
Yeah, I guess.
Overall, this film provides an accurate depiction of depression and a semi-accurate depiction of social anxiety disorder by the standards of the DSM-5, and an accurate depiction of the bystander effect and the crumbling life of a cyberbully teen.
It's just talk. Smiles politely back at you. You stare politely right on through.